What's your most toxic trait you can admit to? I can't let go of things, and I take things way too personally. I rationalize it like this: I wouldn't dream of saying or doing something like that to this person, so why are they doing it to me? Also, I procrastinate like no other. Seriously, you could give me a year or 2 days to do something. Wouldn't make a difference. Most of the time when I ask people for their opinions, I don't actually want to hear letter 1d635, letter 1d629, letter 1d626, letter 1d628, letter 1d633 opinion. Instead, I want to hear my opinion come out of their mouth. I'm always hoping that they will have the same opinion as me, because it makes me feel validated. I don't actually care about what they really think. Frustration, anger. I'm extremely insecure and overthink a lot. I feel constant fear of being disliked or abandoned. I need a lot of reassurance in things, because my anxiety makes me so scared and worried I either hold on too tight or I push people away even though I want them close, which only end up hurting them more. Edit. Fixed a typo and also elaborated a bit in the last sentence. I just don't care about most things, and that apathy has done a lot of harm to myself and others. I have impossibly high standards for myself, and I tend to place this on others as well. Then I get pissy/grouchy when people fail me. Deep down it is a self-protection mechanism. Having been let down by so many people, it is just easier to assume and expect the worst, that even the best of those I love will let me down. I'm an unintentional one-upper. I'm not trying to steal the attention during a story or cut you off. I'm just overly excited that I can relate to you and want to share my similar story. I can hold a grudge a long time. I'm not good at hiding my emotions. Specifically, if I'm in a bad mood, everyone knows it. I used to be an absolute nightmare when I was younger because of it. I'd turn my bad mood into *everyone's bad mood. I don't do that anymore, but I'm still not good at hiding it. Deleted. I sometimes tend to be a sore loser. Growing up feeling very unknown/unseen, I have a tendency to overshare and get excited if someone shows an interest in me. It can come across as overriding and waiting for someone to finish what they are saying just so I can say my thing. I also want people to genuinely like me, so I tell them a lot of the bad or difficult stuff right away, so they are pre-warned, and I don't feel like I'm wasting my time with someone who can't handle the shit that lead to who I am now, and the people I still interact with on a semi-regular basis, mainly family. I'm emotionally unavailable. Sometimes I just disappear. My closest friends understand this, but it's off-putting for new friendships. It's nothing personal, I just need to recharge. I can't emote and communicate at the same time. Because my father was, and is a huge racist, I still have racist thoughts that I am fully ashamed of, and I know they are wrong. It's just ingrained into me, sadly. I'm so tired of life I just can't be bothered to do anything anymore. I talk about myself way too much, and don't ask about the other person nearly enough. Probably not my most toxic trait, but definitely the one that's giving me issues at the moment. I'm an asshole. My communication skills are non-existent, and I have some serious trust issues. I also tend to self-isolate and push everyone away. I'm rude to my parents. I had a kind of a rough upbringing, but they are more or less nice to me now, but sometimes I just get annoyed at them for no reason. I tried to be nicer to them for years, but sometimes I just can't. I wonder if other people can relate. I have a hard time accepting other people's limitations when it comes to mental health, because I was never able to indulge my own. I can't stop the *heavy resentment and judgment I feel toward my roommates and friends when they hit the limits of what they can do. When there's a pile of dishes in the sink that my roommate hasn't gotten to because she doesn't have the energy, I get frustrated rather than sympathetic. When my friend talks about how paralyzed they are with phone anxiety, I judge them for not getting over it and making the call even though I feel the same. I've had severe depression and anxiety since I was 13 and suffered from borderline personality disorder since college. I was the only child of a single mother, and she didn't have time to be sympathetic. I learned to push through and function at all costs to myself. Laying in bed or not performing as expected wasn't an option I was given. Doing anything to ease my own pain wasn't on the table. That mentality and the way I grew up fundamentally damaged me. The BPD is a direct result of that. Learning to be easy on myself and accept my own limitations, as well as those of others, is something I work on in therapy a lot. I just can't shift my mindset from the way I was raised into a more human approach to myself and others, and it turns me into a massive asshole in moments where I should be my most understanding. I have a tendency to get extremely excited about things I'm looking forward to, like childishly excited, and into it. If, for example, I was going to go on a hike through a forest, I would study up on what I might see beforehand so I can find specimens and catalog things, be able to share species with companions. I get so excited I often have trouble sleeping, but getting me on one of my things is the most excited/animated you'll see me. People usually like this excitement. The downside is that, if plans fall through, I am similarly childishly disappointed. It's not something I can really stop, and though I introvert my reactions for the most part publicly, it is a huge detriment. I gaslight without realizing it. I do my best to recognize and correct it, but I do gaslight. And I'm good at it. Not something I'm proud of. I've had a best friend ghost me, so I can be really clingy now. Unsurprisingly, this encourages more people to ghost. I'm trying to nip it in the bud. Ken, if you're reading this, get bent. I hold grudges basically forever, and I hate it. To put things in perspective with a little example, a childhood friend one time did something mean to me when we were 7. We kept talking after that, but whenever we did, I would remember that day with ridiculous detail, like it was etched with a laser on my brain. I finally let go of that grudge one day when we were casually remembering childhood moments, and she remembered that day and apologized. About 20 years later, I have high levels of empathy, but almost no sympathy to go with it. This makes me very good at getting to people. I can almost always make a person do what I want, or think what I want them to think. I know just how to act to get on a person's good side, and I can lie pretty well. I know it's wrong, but I don't care because, well, look at the first sentence. I don't ever do it just to hurt people though. I'm not sadistic. I'm tired of listening to people constantly talk about themselves that I've lost interest in people. I'm manipulative and selfish. I just finally accepted that a few months ago. I can't even tell you guys or anyone else the things I've done. Even though I regret them now and know they are wrong, I know for a fact I'd have Redditors screaming at me for being a selfish prick. In vague terms, I've used people, lied, guilted, and messed with the system to get what I want, and never really thought of it as manipulative until I got on meds and got some help. I'm lazy as fuck, and I get angry really easily. I am extremely self-deprecating. I don't even let others say nice things about me when I myself won't, going so far as to even try and explain why someone's wrong. Whenever they try to compliment me about something, I just refute it. I'm bad at keeping in touch with people I care about. The phrase out of sight out of mind is really true for me. I tend to just be absorbed by what's right in front of me. It's very rare that I would have a thought like I wonder how my sister is doing or I wonder how such and such friend is doing after I's event or even I wonder how my girlfriend's day is going I care about these people obviously, but they also don't seem to naturally occur to me in my daily thoughts. This unfortunately leaves it up to everyone else to reach out to me, to hang, to make the invitation, to chat, etc. I'm always super stoked when they do, but I regret putting that on them. I'm fortunate that they do all make the effort. I am a good friend. Like with anything else I do, when I'm with someone I'm very much absorbed in that interaction, so that I think helps put away any doubts about my interest in the relationship. Another aspect of it is that I always imagine that everyone else has something going on. I don't want to interrupt or put any pressure of having to accept an invitation on them. I don't know what it's like to be bored at home wishing there was something fun to go out and do. If I have free time like that, I relish in it as a chance to play some video games or watch a movie. I'm a total homebody. I have no problem filling my days with productive things / recreation / sports that I enjoy doing on my own. Maybe I lived alone too long and got too good at it. Bottom line, I am trying to better at being the one to reach out. Because I know deep down that it feels good to hear spontaneously from your friends and loved ones, and I want them to feel good.